There is a thread in many of the interventions describing what is social media. Try this. Social media posts on social platforms are about what happened to me. Community media posts, news, on social media platforms are about what happened to us. If it is a helicopter and making connections for the wires down over Gabriola during the last outage, if it is birds flying just off the coast, these are events. These are Canadian events. These are local events. What happened to us? That is what community media provides. If it is posted to the community bulletin board, Life on Gabriola, it is known to have happened to us. This is new community media. No promise of performance. Members are free to publish. I consider the board is an undertaking connecting the province with other provinces and extending beyond the limits of the province. Phase 1, Initial Base Contributions. I'm here to ask you to lower revenue expectations. Go easy on these innovators. The road ahead will be tough. Vicky Go easy. The advertising-funded media model no longer fully serves the goals of the Broadcasting Act. This business model is broken. Go ask anyone that owns a transmitter. Advertising should be less than 100% deductible as a business expense. Subscriptions to local news undertakings should be 100% tax deductible for individuals and others. For the rationale found in my intervention, and especially because advertising increases the price of bread. Mr. Zuckerberg has invented a better telephone. Facebook has combined the telephone book, and so much more. Agreed? Based on my lay reading of telecommunications policy in Canada, user-generated content, communications, should be interoperable, and Facebook usernames, phone numbers, should be portable. In my opinion, based on existing public preferences, this portability and interoperability benefit the most people. Plain and simple, people prefer choice. Note, I am not a lawyer, but have drank beer with lawyers in the room. So, alternatively, if Facebook is not a telephone service, they are a newspaper with no editorial content. Why are they immune to provincial jurisdictions and taxations? Vicky, go easy. Deliberations of the Commission will include monopoly-like powers exercised by Facebook and the harms they recently forced on Canadians during wildfire season, to the objection of the Prime Minister of Canada. Regulating at-scale platforms can best be accomplished by the very lightest of touches. Vicky, go easy. In the case of Meta Platforms Inc., any changes to their API, Facebook must provide an acceptable advance notice to third-party users of these changes. Damages and fines would be assessed for non-compliance. In your decision, please tell Mr. Zuckerberg, no more move fast and break things. You've won. You've succeeded. Let's work together. Chill. Especially now. Climate, war, starvation. Is this your first at-scale regulation on the broadcasting side? Some of you are new. I'm used to Commish being older than us and wanted to say, complete rationale and steps required to regulate this core API are well documented in the SAGE Handbook of the Digital Media Economy, especially Chapters 23, Regulation for a More Democratic Internet, Lessons from Antitrust and Communications Regulations in the 19th and 20th Centuries. Dwayne Winsock, Carleton University, Keldon Bester, independent researcher. Thank you, Mr. Zakreski. I just have one question. You've operated this Facebook group for many years now. Can you tell us anything about the expenses and revenues you've incurred? Well, thank you for the question. I've looked at this, and over the past over 10 years, I cannot see any revenues or expenses associated with the operation of the group. We have not paid our volunteers any compensation or honoraria, and we do not charge for advertising or to be on the group.